Alright, this seems like a great place to be. And look at all this magma. This place is so fun. But my dad's getting bored of sitting around building up wonder power. Are we underground right now? If we're on the surface, then it's lava, actually. I'll have you know. Maybe I can make the magma go boom, kind of like fireworks. Then you wouldn't be so bored. Oh, maybe we are underground. Okay, fine. You got this one, Bowser Jr. It is indeed magma. But up here, it's lava. That's a weird thing about definitions. Magma and lava is literally the same thing, but if it's on the surface, it's lava. If it's underground, it's magma. We made it to the deep magma bog. This underground bog goes much deeper than you'd think. It looks like a Metroid level. And the magma spreads everywhere. There are poplins throughout the bog who study the conditions in this incredible place. Let's go to the nearest observatory and see if they know anything about the royal seed here. Alright, let's go chat about this. Deep Magma Bog Observatory number 1, did that say? Maybe we should talk to the German flower. Maybe it'll know something. Wait, what do you say? Ein Gast bitte Angriff ziehen? I don't know what that means. Well, I was getting ready for a wall jump there because I didn't actually think I would make it up. Oh, nein, Hilfe? Like, I was about to say, is the flower being held prisoner here? Why is the flower asking for help? Oh, we need your help, Prince. Strange things have started to happen in Deep Magma Bog ever since someone attacked the palace here. The magma is getting hotter and hotter. And the bog's ivy is feeding off the heat, growing out of control, getting scragglier and scragglier. We're in serious danger. That darn Bowser Jr. must be causing more trouble. And I bet the royal seed is inside the palace with him. Please take back your palace, Prince, and save Deep Magma Bog. And here's a wonder seed too. I hope it brings you luck. I've never had someone give me their seed for luck. What a world, huh? Woohoo! It is definitely a fun game and would recommend, but yeah, a little bit of a tricky situation in that case. Oh my goodness, way down. And with a look like this, I feel like I'm playing Mario RPG already. Ghosts? In my Mario game? It's more likely than you think. I don't want to do another one of those search ones, honestly. Wait, so there's the castle, and that takes 15. Case. Floating high jump 2. Sure! Yeah, let's do the weird floaty jump thingamabob. Badge challenge. Jump higher than usual and momentarily float. What? What? Wait. What part out of context? Thanks, flower. There, like that. Hop, hop, hop. There we go. Okay. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, that there. We're just gonna have to eat the hit in order to survive. Okay. Worthy sacrifice there. There, and I'm big again now anyway. Okay. Then up we go. Whee! Yeah, just jump over. Yeah, unfortunately I don't go brown. There we go. Well, didn't quite make it to the top though. Sad days. Very unfortunate. Give me the purple. My purple now. That challenge floating high jump 2. See ya. Seemed pretty narrow there. Yeah. Looks like you mastered that badge. You want me to wear it? No. Mess myself up so fast if I wore that. Ew. I can't reach my friend because this boulder is blocking the way. Normally I'd smash it to pieces, but I'm so dried out right now that I'd probably hurt myself trying. If only I had some flower coins, that would perk me up. Wow. If only I had some money! Then, like, my unquenchable thirst would be solved and I could open the way. Oh, yes, I can feel my power blooming 10 times over. This is just what I needed. And now... And the power's gone. I'm back to being all dried out. At least the boulder is kaput. I can probably get in touch with my friend now. Yeah, it's so hot. Deep Magma Bog Observatory 2. There hasn't exactly been a whole lot of normal levels around here for me to play. Are they gonna say something about that? But yeah. I mean, I assume it'll just be like whatever the next Mario Maker game is on the next console, if I had to guess. Most likely. Prince, I'm amazed you made it through all the ivy. Can you believe how super scraggly it's gotten? It's scraggly, alright. I could barely see through all that stuff and almost got lost. Magma isn't normal. The ivy is scraggly. It's all very strange. I found something tangled up in the ivy, though. You can have it. Please do something. I have no idea what you just said, Flower. They only ever give us seeds. Imagine why these eventually just gives us something like a mushroom. Here's one singular mushroom. Yeah! It's been a little while. I feel like it'll just be next console, though. Case. Okay, there's like levels and stuff over here. Where the Rumbas rule. Rumbas? I don't know. You're gonna hop perpetually when the Spring Feet badge is equipped. I'll pass. Yeah, roll on out. I assume that it'll probably just be like Mario Maker, you know, 3 stuff when that eventually comes out. Most likely. I don't really see Nintendo adding, like, major game-changing updates to games that have already been out, you know? I just don't really see it happening. I can do some domino stuff. Boop-a-da-bop. Alright. This way I go, I guess. Wow. That sure was worth it for a single purple coin. Let me tell ya. So worth. Oh my goodness, I swear I pressed B again. Game sure didn't think so. Yeah, I'm not going up that wall. Okay. Is he screaming in the distance there? Wee. Wee. Oh, I guess I'm not damaging him with my slide. You better not. Oh my god, how did he destroy my bubble and not go into it? So rigged. Well, there goes my flower for, I guess not quite nothing. I got a drill now when I would have gotten a mushroom. Still kind of sucky. Hey, can you come over here? Cool, thanks. Singular purple coin. Maybe you can break that? I guess I can do this. Can do that. I mean, hey, going from this other side. So I'm going to need to do. Let's see here. Oh, okay, that works there. But yeah, but that's Mario Kart. It's like the second best-selling game on the Switch. You know, and people have been long asking for a Mario Kart. Like 9, the next Mario Kart title, but rather than making like 2 different Mario Kart games on the same console, and then therefore it's like, you want to play these courses, play this game. You want to play these courses, play this game. Rather than doing that, they were like, all right, well, rather than developing the next game, let's go ahead and just add like more courses to this, and then, you know, you don't have to worry about your courses being split up across 2 different games on the same console. You know, so I feel like that definitely made sense there. But Mario Maker is the kind of thing where it's like, why would they put in that development time when they could work on the next thing, especially when it seems like the next console's right around the corner? Like, there's just not really much point in adding, like, a Wonder update to Mario Maker 2. Just save it for, like, the next Mario Maker game on the next console. That's what makes the most sense. Go ahead and open that up. I'm sure I did miss some stuff, but, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Oh. Whee! This way we go. Wonderful. Like, if people were asking for a Mario Maker 3 on the same console, then it would make sense maybe to add, like, a Wonder DLC or something like that. But it's not really something that we see happening. Oh. Yeah, it, oh, I guess if I get, like, a different path there, then I go through that away. Yeah. It is very, very up there. So, that's a game that very much made sense to make additional DLC for. Because, my goodness, the player base that came with that. You know. But adding a DLC for Mario Maker / a free update that adds, like, a whole nother mode, essentially. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Nintendo would probably think, like, man, this is barely gonna increase, like, the amount of new players that come and purchase the game, and it's gonna cost us a whole lot to do. Why would we do that when we can just, like, start working on the next thing? The next console. You know. Is the case. I just don't really see it being happening. Over my years of playing Nintendo for the past, what, like, just under 2 decades now, essentially, it's not really something that I see them doing as a company. It's not really in the cards there. Can I go through this? Nope, sure can't. I cannot. And especially oh, come on. And because it's especially seeming like more and more likely for next console will be around the corner every day, that it really wouldn't make sense for them to, you know, invest too much into that when they can just work on the next title there. No, I feel like Nintendo is only unpredictable when they're making scummy decisions. Sometimes they can make some dang it positive, you know, unexpected decisions. But usually when they're being unpredictable, it's usually because they're doing, like, something unhinged awful. Not because they're doing something cool that's actually gonna, like, make a lot of people happy, you know. Not always, but that's usually the rule of thumb. No, I would disagree on that. So away we go. I guess I need to go ahead and do this. Like, in terms of a lot of their business practices, there's been a lot of stuff that I called out before it even happened in some of my video essays. About stuff that they would eventually do. Like, let's keep on adding more things to, Switch Online. Except, I guess it was unpredictable in the sense that they charge even more for it. You know, with an expansion thing. That'll be unpredictable when they're making, like, really awful anti-consumer decisions. But otherwise, it's a lot of the time, it can just be pretty typical. It's okay. Sometimes they reveal, like, some unexpected positive things that no one saw coming, and it's like, hey, cool. We're finally doing something with that. But usually when something unexpected's happening, it's usually because they're doing something where it's like, really? As if this company couldn't get any worse. You know, they're very rarely, especially if there's nothing that they have to gain, you know? Like, hey, here's like a free update for Mario Maker that adds Mario Wonder content. Like, no shot. No shot Nintendo actually does something like that, where it's just like, hey, we love you guys, our player base, we really appreciate you playing this. We're adding some more content with, like, the new type of game. No shot. They just make it for Mario Maker 3 for the next console. That's what it would be. Oh, there go all my coins. Wow, a 10 for a coin. Pretend it is. It's really, really bad. Boobity-bop. It's mentalities like that that lets them get away with the scummy business practices that they have. But that's my opinion there. It's the acceptance of it that allows them to keep on pushing the envelope even further for making things less and less pro-consumer. Oh, it's one of these. One of the things I've talked about in some of the video essays around the channel. How it's just like they'll keep on rolling out changes that'll make people go like, man, that sucks. this is awful. But then eventually give it a little bit of time, people come to accept it, and then they move things even further. Make things even worse. And as time goes on, you don't even remember where you came from anymore. You know, is the kind of thing. Like, what was that thing that Sate had told me a while back? Like the frog boiling in water analogy. That's Nintendo with their online services. However, the analogy went again. Where it's like the water gets warmer and warmer until you realize that you're boiling when it's already too late. You know, is the case. But what if you don't actually want to play that content? Then you're paying for a whole bunch of crap that you don't even use. You're still forced to pay for the entire bundle when you don't even might not even want to use it. What if you're not interested in any NES games? What if you're not interested in any SNES games? What if you want to play the N64 expansion and pay $100 Canadian per year for the family group for that? Because there's one game that you want to play on Nintendo Switch. Let's say you want to play Ocarina of Time on your Nintendo Switch. Then you have to pay $100 Canadian for a year to rent it. To rent their entire library when you only want to play that one game. And you don't even own the game at that point. You just have it rented. And it's going to be taken away if you don't renew it. Like, it's so awful. Like, I see it paraded around on the internet all the time where people are just like, oh, I use all the stuff, so it's worth it. But for those that don't, they're just still forced to pay for the entire bundle anyway. Like, if there's only one specific aspect of any one of these things that you want, sucks to suck, you better pay for the full thing anyway. Because that's what happens with subscription services and bundles. So, you know, if it's worth it for you, great, but that does not mean that it's worth it for, like, the average consumer. You know. They essentially just use it as a means to inflate the value. Like, the typical online is really not super great because, you know, Nintendo Online there. But they'll get away with charging as much as they do because they'll be like, oh, look at all these NES and SNES games that we emulated in, like, the cheapest, easiest way possible. Well, maybe not the easiest. There's a little bit of polish in NES and SNES sometimes. There were some game-breaking bugs in some games, like, with N64 Paper Mario breaking people's save data. When it first came out, there wasn't really a whole lot of polish there, but they literally just slap it on like their emulator on the Switch just to inflate the value. That's all it is. And anyone that says otherwise, I do not believe. Like, they're not adding it there from the goodness of their heart to be like, ah, this is what makes it worth it. They do it to justify charging the price that they do. That's all it is, and I feel like there would have to be a very compelling argument to convince me otherwise on that. Yeah, Nintendo release barebone game and free update later. Don't worry, we'll hold the free update hostage. Wait, what? When was an example of this? Beware of magma, scorched area. But yeah, if you get lost, press L to check the map. Yeah, it might have just been stuff with N64. That's what it might have been. But I think of stuff like Paper Mario when that came out. From there you can select a course today and jump right to it. Attract coins. Gather coins with the coin magnet badge. Get one here at the Poplin shop where we sell everything. Sure. I'll unlock a new badge. And I'll get a Wonder Seed too. Cool. You want to try a different badge? No thanks. Just see. But yeah, it's just increasing how much revenue they make by, you know, doing subscription service bundles where you have to pay for the entire bundle even when there's only one thing that you want. And, you know, doing it with these classic games that you can't even own anymore. I miss the days of the virtual console. Oh, can I be Spooderman here? Who needs to play Spider-Man 2? You know, gone were the days of Wii U and 3DS where if you wanted to play a classic game, you could buy it, install it, and then just, you know, own it. You know, that game was yours. It was digitally installed, and it wasn't going to be going anywhere. But now you can only rent it. Rent the entire bundle if you only want to play one thing, and it's very, very sad for people that are actually interested in playing classic games. And if you want to play something from like the GameCube era or something like that, then either wait until Nintendo eventually brings that to the existing expansion or another expansion, or shell out for their overpriced like ports / remasters like Super Mario 3D All-Stars, like Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. That's not a GameCube game, that's a DS game, but it still falls under the same umbrella. Like Skyward Sword HD, they're able to get away with charging full price for these, like, versions of the games that are barely any better than the originals. just because you have no other way to play them. They purposefully create a content drought in their classic titles so that when they offer you like the overpriced alternatives, it's the only legal way that you have to experience these games anymore. I despise Nintendo as a company for their whole online and classic game stance. Like, I think that it's one of the scummiest things I've seen in the gaming industry, and I've seen some really scummy things. Whee! Like, it's, but unfortunately, there's a lot of people that just kind of accept it, and it's just like, yeah, it's just fine. Look at all this value that's in there, so nothing's gonna change. Is the way that is. So, they don't have any reason to change it. What? Yeah, what now? There we go. Grab that coin. So, things are probably only just gonna keep on getting worse and worse like they have been as of the Switch era. Like, it really feels like after the Wii U and after Iwata's passing, like, Nintendo, like, really drastically changed in terms of their business practices. Hi, Jesse. Makes me really sad. Mario Sports Series is the best example of this. Release it bare bones, say they're gonna free update. If the player number low, then they won't release it. Oh, yeah. Like, with Mario Strikers there. Stuff. Yeah, I remember when that game came out and I was like, well, there's not really much that I have to do here. Like, it was a cool, fun game. And it had like a decent bit of depth, but it was too much depth for me to be playing it like with my family and stuff like that. A little bit too complicated for that. To just be like plug and play getting into that with family. And I wouldn't exactly know all that many people that'd be into it enough to be playing it online there. I don't think I knew any other content creator friends that bought that game. Nicely done. We got the badge you just used as a gift. Do you want me to wear it? Sure, that actually seems pretty cool. You know. But yeah, let's see here. I mean, even if it was like different individual emulators, I don't think... Well, I mean, I guess you're saying that in terms of like the N64 emulator sucking on the Switch. I mean, I still don't think that that quite excuses one of the biggest giants within the gaming industry releasing an unfinished product, you know? It's just kind of like when, you know, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet releases as an unfinished buggy mess and people are just like, oh, it's a Game Freak's first time doing open world, you gotta give them some slack that the game isn't functioning, you know? Like, when something makes as much money as it does, I feel like they should be taking the time to figure out how to get it to work. And Nintendo does with a lot of their actual games. Like Mario Wonder here, that was being developed with no release date during the development process. Or Tears of the Kingdom, where it was basically done and they took an additional year to just, like, polish it and make sure everything is working. So it is something that Nintendo does sometimes. But sometimes they'll just be like, how about nah? You know? You know, so I wouldn't just be like, well, they released it unfinished because they were having difficulty with this thing, so it's okay that it's unfinished. I don't think that I would. This way we go. This is probably gonna be a power-up here. Thank you. There we go. Oh, this is like one of those dry bones thingamabobs that you rode from the new Super Mario Bros. Titles. How might I get this? Wait a second. Guess that's not happening there. Whatever, I'm not grabbing the thing. I'm not grabbing it. Come on. Oh, no! Oh my god. Okay, well, I guess I could just go this way. I don't know why I was trying to go to the left there. It's really not necessary, and I don't really know why I'm crouching there. Dang it. That's unfortunate. Okay. Just do a little bit of dash dancing real quick. Oh, there's a thing up there that I could jump up and stuff. You know. Well then, like, take the time that it takes to finish that. If you're one of the largest gaming companies in the world, you can't just be like, man, it's hard! It's okay that they release it unfinished because it's hard. This is, like, if this was a small indie studio that's just, like, trying their best, that's doing it purely as a passion project, then that's fair enough. But one of the biggest gaming companies on the planet, like, no. Don't just let them get away with releasing unfinished things because it's hard. Like, no. They have the money and the resources to make it work. And the time. But they'd rather just Unfortunately, it's not even a Nintendo exclusive thing. It's a thing with a lot of gaming companies nowadays where there's the whole mentality of release it now, finish it later. You know, it's kind of the thing. It's not like a Nintendo exclusive thing. But, you know, unfortunately, that's just kind of like the modern gaming landscape, and it makes me sad. So it makes me happy when there's games like this that I'm playing right now that actually releases finished fun products, you know? Oh my god, whoops. But, you know, unfortunately, the name of the game for a lot of companies nowadays is release now, make profit, finish it later if we can be bothered. In a lot of cases, don't even fix it later. Like Pokemon games. Let's go ahead and grab that. Down we go. And then let's not make the same mistake here again. Okay, and then... yeah, drüben. Gut gemacht. Thanks, Flower. Appreciate it. What does this do? It makes the Goomba all, oh, flowery and stuff. Is what it does. Okay. But... oh my goodness, I'm going down to the Shadow Realm. The heck is happening here? Oh. Okay. Okay. Will this unlock a thing? Nope, not quite. But there's a thing here, so I'll grab that. Is it making stuff more and more lit? I guess that was the only one to grab from there. But yeah. Arguing that they shouldn't finish their projects? But if you're saying to be fair, like it's really hard to do, that sounds like it's kind of excusing unfinished products. Is the case. Like as the explanation for why it wasn't finished. Wah. Go ahead and grab that. Wah. Bring me to the flower. I require it, thank you. And where's the last thing? Yeah, I'm Spooderman Mario now. Okay. So I do this, and then... well, that gives me light here. I might be invincible to those things, but I'm not gonna risk it for the hypothetical biscuit, I don't think. I think I'll pass on that. Okay. And then... wow, I got my aim just right. I was like, is this where it was? Is this where the thingamabob was? Yeah, bubbled silly Goomba and turned into money. I almost jumped right into that thinking that I'd be invincible again. That would have been rather silly of me. Whee! Okay. Then there's that. Who needs the extra wall jump thing when you have that then? Okay, so I can't quite, dang it, do that there. Yeah, that's pretty fun. I like that. And then it's gonna start rotating back, and then I can hop on in here, I suppose. Bam. Down we go. Wink. Pull that. And then, does this bring me up to the flagpole? It sure does. Whee! Bam! Random vine into the air. Another level clear. Yogi is quite relaxed there. Course clear. Pull, turn, burn. Interesting level there.